Hey everyone, Mitch coming in from the Commander's Core Studio. Welcome to the show. So on today's episode, I've got an exciting one for you, talking about commanders that may be too powerful for your playgroup. Let's jump into them. After I remind you that there's a handy-dandy link in the description below. Now, let's jump into them. First up, Animar, Soul of Elements. My goodness, is this a powerhouse? A 1/1. And if that was it, this would be terrible. Elemental for a 3-mana Inteamer. Protection from white and black. Whenever you cast a creature spell, you get a counter on Animar. Yeah, a lot bigger than a 1/1. Oh, by the way, creature spells you cast cost 1 less gas for each counter on Animar. This is insane. This is absurd. This is just absolutely crazy. Basically a mass cost reducer that takes it takes a little bit of effort, but not much effort at all to say, hey, you know what we're going to be doing? Casting every single one of our creatures for basically nothing. We are going to reduce their cost down to, well, for generic mana cost creatures, like, some Eldrazi, nothing. Artifact creatures, nothing. And, of course, other creatures, sure, like 1 or 2 mana just for the pips, basically. But, yeah, it's very easy to get counters on this, very easy to set up. And, of course, again, it is protected from 2 of the highest played removal colors out there, white and black. Such a solid commander. It is scary and might be too powerful for your playgroup. Kinnan, Bonder, Prodigy might be too powerful for your playgroup. A 2/2 human druid for just 2 mana in Simic, and you're like, well, it's a tiny little commander, just a 2/2. It only costs 2 mana. Oh, but here's the thing. Whenever you tap a non-land permanent for mana, add 1 mana of any type that permanent produced. And if that was just it, if that was the only text on the card, it would still be on this list. But also by paying 7 mana in total in Simic, you look at the top 5 cards of your library and put a non-human creature card from one of them right on the battlefield. Rests on your bottom library. You know the deal. Basically with this one though, it's like, hey, you know what? I give you a lot of extra mana. Again, literally for any non-land permanent that's mana rocks, that's mana dorks, etc., etc. You got plenty of ways to get a lot of extra mana. Again, super low to the ground for 2 mana on a commander. Absolutely insane. Oh, and by the way, you get a way to just dump that mana into this and get free things off the top of your library. Oh, and by the way, there's a lot of very easy to pull off, infinite mana combos. Have fun with that, if your playgroup's okay with it, because again, this one might be too powerful for them. Najeela, the Blade Blossom. Very well, might be too powerful for your playgroup. A 3/2 human warrior for 3 mana in red, but it is a Wooburg commander, the best color combination. Whenever a warrior attacks, you may have its controller create a 1/1 white warrior creature that's tapped and attacking. The kind of funny thing actually happens if you're playing against another player that has warriors. You're like, yeah, sure, why not? Make a warrior, whatever, I don't care, you're not attacking me. Anyways, by paying 5 mana in Wooburg, untap all attacking creatures that gain trample, lifelink, and haste love turn after this phase, combat phase. Activate on during combat. Yeah, this is a commander that is so easy to go infinite with. Again, it's like literally printed on the card. Now, they said, activate only once each turn, and Wizards has done that more and more often lately. Yeah, this would be limited. It's not. This one essentially is a way to go, oh yeah, by the way, Druid's Repository, etc., etc. Lots of ways to combo with this, lots of ways to get infinite combats. Even if you aren't going infinite, still incredibly powerful, doubling up your warriors basically every single turn. And also, yeah, getting extra combats whenever you want. Trample, lifelink, haste are all very deadly things. Such a deadly commander, and it might be too powerful for your playgroup. Stella, Lee, wild card, might be too powerful for your player group, even though, yes, it is a pre-con commander. Wizards, what were you thinking? A 2/4 human rogue for 3 mana in Is It. Whenever you cast your second spell, you turn exile the top card of your library. Until the end of your next turn, you may play that card. Tap copy target insert source spell you control. You get 2 targets to the copy. Activate if you cast 3 more spells this turn. Oh, there's a restriction, right, Wizards? Yeah, that one's easy to pull off, though, obviously. Here's the thing about this one, again. If you literally are just playing the pre-con itself, no, it is not too powerful for most playgroups out there, I would say, obviously. That being said, with some very slight adjustments, you can very easily go infinite with this commander, because all you need essentially is a card that goes, hey, untap a creature. And it's like, oh yeah, I can infinitely copy that very easily. You're like, okay, cast cantrip, and then casting untap effect. Oh, infinite copies of that card, basically. And of course, if that's dramatic reversal, that could very easily be infinite mana. If that's, any kind of the Cerulean Wisp type card, okay, cool. Draw my entire library. There are so many ways to go infinite with this. It's absolutely too easy and too absurd that, yes, it may be too powerful for your playgroup, even though it is a pre-con commander. Yuriko, the Tiger's Shadow, might be too powerful for your playgroup. A 1/3 human ninja for 3 mana in Dimir. Commander Ninjutsu for just 2 mana in Dimir. Whenever a ninja you control deals combat damage to a player, reveal the top card of your library and put that card in your hand. Each opponent loses life with that card's converted mana cost, yet draining opponents by a ton. What's not to love about that? Yeah, that is such a powerful effect, and one that, by the way, yes, it is, well, incredibly deadly. But also the thing that makes this card really, really, really deadly is that it basically cheats on converted mana cost, or it cheats on, commander text, basically. It's like, you know what, I have a converted mana cost of 3, but here's the thing. You're only ever paying 2 for me. Oh, and by the way, even if commander tax were to apply and I'd have to pay 5 to actually really cast me, that doesn't really happen because I've got Commander Ninjutsu for 2 mana. So I'm always just paying 2 mana. This commander is impossible to deal with fully ever. And of course, again, its effect is great card advantage while also draining your opponents a ton. There's so many great cards out there that are like, high converted mana cost technically, but not really. Like dig through time type cards that can, delve away the cost. Or other ones that are like, oh, it's a split card and it costs both basically. Yeah, such a powerful commander, and it might be too powerful for your playgroup. Urza, Lord High Artificer, most definitely might be too powerful for your playgroup. A 1/4 human artificer for 4 mana in blue. When it enters the battlefield, make a 0/0 construct that gets bigger for each artifact on the battlefield, +1/+1 for each of those. Tap an untapped artifact you control, add a blue mana by paying 5, shuffle your library, exile the top card until the end of your turn, and play a card without paying its mana cost. Yeah, like half the things on this card didn't need to be there, and it would still make the list. This is such an overpowered commander. One of the first ones that I can remember where it's like Wizards is really, really leaning heavy into power with this kind of a commander thing. And all of a sudden it's like, oh yeah, this is a commander that, well, first of all, can make you just an army of robots just if you utilize blink effects that are just super, super powerful and become really, really large. Oh, by the way, they can all just tap for mana right away too. Oh, by the way, all your artifacts can tap for mana right away. It doesn't matter if it's a creature or not because the effect is actually on Urza itself. It's like, hey, tap an artifact, not artifacts have tap. Oh, and by the way, also, yeah, kind of like a Kinnan, it's like, oh, but yeah, just a mana sink on the card too. Hey, pay 5 mana. Oh yeah, you're gonna have a lot of absurd mana. Just pay that, and all of a sudden, just play 3 things off the top of your library. Could be anything. Could be Omniscience. Could be a free extra turn or whatever you're getting. But basically, absolutely insane plays with this commander. Yeah, it is way OP. Chulane, Teller of Tales, is most definitely, too powerful for some playgroups out there. A 2/4 human druid with vigilance for 5 mana and Bant. Whenever you cast a creature spell, draw a card, then put a land card from your hand on the battlefield by paying 3 mana. Tap, return target creature control to its owner's hand. That's a nice little effect as well. It can protect this, actually. It can protect other creatures, or it can just reset a creature that you want to replay to get that effect again. Yeah, being able to get not only card advantage, but also land advantage, ramp, just getting way ahead of your opponents off of the exact same trigger is insane. And one that's really easy to use and abuse. One that essentially oh yeah, I've got cards in there like Shrieking Drake that I'm like, okay, it costs a single blue mana. I'm like, all right, pay that, play it. Oh, it bounces itself back to my hand. Oh, I get the effect. Okay, cool. Draw a card, put a land from my hand on the battlefield. Does not say tapped. Oh, it's an island. Okay, cool. Do it again and again and again. You see where this is going. It's absolutely insane, absolutely absurd. There's so many combos with this one as well, and so much value to be had. Definitely a commander that is super powerful and might be too powerful for your playgroup. Kefka, Court Mage, may be too powerful and perhaps too annoying for your playgroup. A 4/5 human wizard for 5 mana in Grixis. Whenever it enters or attacks, each player discards a card, then you draw a card for each card type on cards. Discarded this way. By the way, also by paying 8 mana, just a small thing. Each one sacrifice a permanent of their choice, and then you transform this. Only sorcery speed, though. Don't worry about that. Oh, by the way, it flips over into Kefka, Ruler of Ruin. Oh, and by the way, if it flips this, the game's basically over. 5/7 Avatar Wizard with flying. Whenever opponent loses life during your turn, you draw that many cards. You draw that many cards. Absolutely insane. Of course, there are certain combos with this that are super easy to pull off as well. But yeah, if it flips, the game's just over. But even if it doesn't flip, my goodness, that, hey, ETB, yes, the attack trigger as well, but just utilizing an ETB is very easy with this color combination. Blue for blinks, black for essentially those feigned death type effects. They're like, oh, it died, but it came back, cool. And red for, the temporary copies of this, basically, that just get sacrificed and you get the ETB. Very easy, and all of a sudden, each, player discards a card, and you're drawing an insane amount of cards, and your opponents have no cards, and you've got all the cards. So yeah, either side of this is just bad news for your opponents, and it might be too powerful for your playgroup. Korvold, Fae-Cursed King. Very well might be too powerful for your playgroup, and your turns might be taking so long that they, leave while you're playing. They're like, okay, yeah, we're just gonna go, go for a walk or something. You take your turn, all right? We're gonna leave. All right, we'll be back in like 20 minutes, okay? Anyways, a 4/4 Dragon Noble flying for 5 mana in John Winters or attack. Sacrifice another permanent. When you sacrifice a permanent, put a counter Korvold and draw a card. Yeah, this is absolutely insane. This is a commander that says, hey, you know what? You know what's happening? Treasure time. I mean, treasures are definitely something that are OP with this. It's like, okay, not only, again, does this not restrict, like, hey, non-token permanents, non-land permanents as well. It doesn't restrict at all. It's like, yeah, okay, sacrifice those treasures. You get the mana from them. Oh, by the way, you're drawing cards. Now, every single treasure draws you a card and replaces itself. Absolutely crazy. And of course, any of those like sacrificing land effects, even like an Evolving Wilds now all of a sudden draws you a card. A Harrow draws you a card. Your turns are going to be absolutely obnoxiously long and insane. Again, with all the treasure support essentially that really explode this commander even further than it already was OP. It's a commander that can most definitely be too annoying sometimes, and also too overpowered for playgroups. Carrick, son of Yawgmoth, might be too powerful for your playgroup. A 2/2 Phyrexian for 7 mana, but you're never paying that in mono black. Lifelink, for each black and it costs you to pay 2 life rather than that mana. Whenever you cast a black spell, put a counter on Carrick. Here's the thing with this one. Yeah, again, it basically just costs 4 mana and 6 life. And 6 life might seem like a lot, but again, you're in commander. That's basically nothing. I mean, 6 life's a decent amount, but like still, like, okay, you're 40, now I'm down to 34. Oh no, I'm so scared. Also, by the way, of course, you've got plenty of ways to gain that life back. Again, so many ways to gain that life back. Also, infinite combos with this. Basically, it's a commander that turns all of your black pips into Phyrexian black mana symbols. And that's not only just for the spells themselves, which is already OP, it's also for any effects that might be on the cards. Again, activated abilities are like, hey, pay a single black mana, do this. And you're like, oh yeah, now let's just pay 2 life. Oh, okay, I can utilize that as much as I want. Oh, okay, I've got plenty of ways to swap my life total with opponents, gain an insane amount of life. Yeah, you got ways to get around that life loss and essentially just win. Oh, by the way, this commander also has lifelink too, so you're going to start swinging when it's absolutely massive and gaining a bunch of life back. This is definitely a commander that is OP. It might be too powerful for your playgroup. And with that, this episode is coming to a close, so it's my turn to hear from you. In the comments below, let me know your thoughts are on this episode. And of course, as always, thanks again and have a good one. This show and episodes like this one are possible thanks to viewers like you. If you're looking for an easy way to help support this show, make sure that you like, share, and subscribe. Also, hit that bell notification icon so you don't miss any new episodes. You can also go check out our playmats and other merchandise at thecommandersquarters.com. Another easy way to support this show is with our TCG player affiliate links. So whether you're buying a deck or individual cards, you can use this general link right here or one in the description. And the final way that you can support this show is by supporting us directly by becoming a patron. There are many benefits to being a patron, and I truly couldn't do this without all of their support.